When you signed up for NetSuite, you were expecting it to streamline operations. You were looking forward to improved inventory management, which in turn was supposed to boost profitability. But what you got instead were surprise bills and complex pricing structures. There go your dreams of seamless integration and cost control right out the window. And you started to wonder what went wrong. Or if you haven't signed up with NetSuite yet and you're thinking about it, great. You might as well learn the truth from me, who's been dealing with ERP solutions for over 35 years now and has helped countless companies cut costs and increase their profits. I hate to break it to you, but NetSuite is what went wrong. And in a minute, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why. Plus, I'll give you a better solution, so make sure you watch this video until the end. The number one concern for me is NetSuite's pricing model. It kind of resembles a maze more than a straightforward path. Imagine you're a small e-commerce business planning your annual budget. You anticipate a reasonable expense of $80,000 for ERP services with NetSuite. However, when next year's bill comes, it's $130,000 or even $160,000. I know, this is not entirely fiction. Just last week, the owner of a beauty supply business came into my office and showed me a bill of $155,000 instead of the $73,000 on their initial contract, which is what they had expected. You might say, yeah, Mujan, this happens due to increased usage or growth. Not true. It happened because of hidden fees and sudden jumps in pricing tiers that NetSuite imposes without clear warning or justification. Their sales reps rarely make these things clear during the initial contract phase, so it's always in the subsequent years, once a company is live and using the product, that these things come to light. This unpredictability can catch you off guard, struggling to cover costs you hadn't budgeted for. It will eventually affect cash flow and growth plans, and if you're not growing, you're falling behind. That's one of the rules of business. NetSuite, please simplify your pricing structures and, most importantly, be more transparent about them. As a business owner, I need transparent pricing models that allow me to foresee costs accurately. And you also want that, right? I mean, clear breakdown of fees and charges up front would allow me to make informed decisions without fear of unexpected financial hits. Okay, Mujan, we see the problem, but what's the solution? The first thing is to look for someone with a transparent pricing model, where you can confidently budget based on clear, predictable costs. Someone who actually partners with you and understands that you need financial stability for growth. As soon as you start working with a transparent partner, you'll be able to allocate resources more effectively and invest in growth initiatives without fear of going bankrupt due to upsells and extra fees. And then there's NetSuite's mandatory upgrades. That's another challenge. These upgrades could mess up your existing customizations and integrations if they're not thoroughly worked and tested in advance. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is the fact that in general you have no choice or flexibility to postpone an update, even in special circumstances. This means you must allocate additional resources both in terms of time and manpower and work on their schedule. We work with a cosmetics company that experienced a big surge in demand following the successful TV appearance. However, the planets aligned and NetSuite was rolling out a forced upgrade cycle that same week. Chaos broke out because the company had to hire additional people to handle increased workload caused by the system downtime and operational disruptions during this upgrade process. You want to hear the numbers? A loss of about $125,000 in that 1 month alone, which wouldn't have happened if they were using a more flexible, less strict, customer-centric company. But pricing isn't the only problem in NetSuite. There's another very frustrating issue. Hey, real quick. About 15 years ago, after I had my first successful exit in the software industry, I noticed that companies were drowning in operational chaos. I saw how they bled money due to inefficiencies and poor systems. They tried everything from spreadsheets to outdated software. Nothing worked. It was like a nightmare. That's when I knew something had to change. One day after a distribution client of mine made a mistake which cost them over $100,000, I realized that many businesses were stuck in the same vicious cycle. They needed a solution, and I would be the best person to help them find it, since I've spent my entire professional career working with different ERPs. My breakthrough came unexpectedly. During a conversation with Michael at HPM, I remembered the true value of what I had learned about ERP systems many years ago. It was like a light bulb went off in my head. My aha moment. I had to share my knowledge of mastering ERP solutions to help businesses transform and thrive. I founded CloudCybercore in 2015 and developed a straightforward approach to implementing cloud ERP solutions. CyberCore itself, of course, was established many years earlier. Instead of diving into technical jargon, I focused on the big picture, streamlining operations and slashing costs. And I watched companies that adopted our ERP solution save hundreds of thousands of dollars. They cut down on losses, improved efficiency, and saw their profits soar. In that first year alone, our initial clients were thrilled when they managed to save over $350,000 while streamlining their operations. And there are many more success stories that became my biggest endorsements. So if you're looking to slash costs, streamline operations, and increase your profits, book a free consultation call below. But let's get back to business. The third frustrating issue with NetSuite is its reputation for poor customer support and sluggish upgrade and enhancement processes. NetSuite will literally make you feel abandoned during critical phases. You might be a growing company relying on NetSuite for your daily operations. Suddenly, you encounter a major issue that disrupts your entire workflow. You reach out to NetSuite's support team, and then the Hunger Games begin. Delayed responses, generic solutions that don't address your specific needs, and a lack of urgency. These are not just my opinions. You can read thousands of real reviews on the G2 Crowd site, which publishes actual customer reviews from many software companies. It stuns me because you really shouldn't have to navigate ERP systems alone. They're already complex. But when you're left alone, that's just cruel. And when your company's success depends on seamless operations and customer satisfaction, well, that's really cool. That goes to say, choose someone that you know cares about your company and will grow with you. An ERP provider that has responsive teams and understands the urgency of needs. Do your research. Even if it's not with us, please choose your ERP partner wisely. I just want you to succeed. We always support our customers through critical phases. We minimize disruption and maximize operational uptime. On top of that, upgrades are seamless with proactive notification and customizable solutions that grow alongside your business needs. And talking about upgrades, how can we forget NetSuite's inflexibility and limited customization options? We're living in a world where businesses need to continuously adapt and innovate, or else you'll be left behind. You need an ERP system that can evolve alongside your operations. You want customizable solutions that support your growth. Yet, you have to deal with NetSuite's rigid system architecture, proprietary coding language, and inability to tailor solutions to specific business needs easily or affordably. Let's say you want to integrate a new modification for a customer management module into your ERP system. With NetSuite, this process will mean lengthy consultations, high customization fees, and a rigid framework that limits the extent of your modifications. Where is your innovation and agility now? Nowhere to be found. That's right. And these are important factors in staying competitive today. A one-size-fits-all approach like NetSuite's will lead to missed opportunities and increased operational costs. When you look for an ERP solution, find someone who will give you customizable solutions for your unique needs at an affordable price. And that's whether you want to integrate new modules, adapt workflows, or scale operations. So if you want to try us out at CloudCybercore, the link is given in the description below. Until next time.